What's up, guys? It's MD Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Jake Paul versus Ben Askren, which is going to be an 8-rounder in the Cruiserweight division. And this fight is going to be Saturday, April 17th, from the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. And this fight is going to be broadcasted on ThrillerFightClub.com and Fight TV pay-per-view. And again, both fighters, Jake Paul, he holds a record of 2-0 with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 677 by BoxRec, and his 2 KO wins come against fighters with limited to no experience, and Nate Robinson, who is a former NBA player, and Enes Gibb, who is a current YouTuber. And both of those fights were on high-profile cards, as the Nate Robinson fight was on the Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Main card, which was an exhibition bout back in November of 2020, and the Enes Gibb fight was on the Demetrius Andrade versus Luke Keeler main card, and for some reason it was the co-main event, although there was way better fights on that card, including Mirjahan Akhmadaliev versus Daniel Roman, which was a Fight of the Year candidate and a Super Bantamweight World Title unification. But the thing is with Jake Paul, many people think he's going to be the next best thing. He's a YouTuber crossing over into boxing, and he's already looked great. But you got to remember, the opponents he's fought have no experience. Nate Robinson has never put on boxing gloves in his entire life, came in there with his hands down for some reason, coming forward, just clinching Jake Paul, and he got knocked out. And Enes Gibb came in there looking like a crab. His fighting style was the weirdest I've ever seen in my life. He was sort of squatting down with his gloves out, leaving his chin open, and he got hit with a lot of shots, dropped multiple times, and knocked out in the first round. But he was able to bloody up Jake Paul with a few shots to the nose, but otherwise it was dominance for Jake Paul. But to get into his opponent's resume, Ben Askren, he holds a boxing record of 0-0, and he's currently not ranked by BoxRec, but as a mixed martial artist, he had a tremendous record of 19 wins with 2 defeats. And he has 12 stoppage victories, including 6 knockout wins and 6 submissions. But his 2 losses, as most of you guys know, come to Jorge Masvidal via knockout just in 5 seconds with that flying knee, and a submission defeat to Damian Maia in his last outing in the UFC. But he is also the former One Fighting Championship champion and Bellator MMA champion, as those are 2 major world titles, and they're definitely the second and third best mixed martial artist company in the world right now. But he is also a former Olympian back in Beijing 2008, where he did compete in wrestling, as he is one of the best wrestlers at the time. In 2008, I'm not sure if he won any medals, bronze, silver, or gold, but he was a tremendous wrestler coming out of Wisconsin. But Ben Askren, as a boxer, he's been posting many of his sparring sessions and him hitting the bag, and many people are criticizing him, including myself. I mean, he punches like he's underwater, it looks like. It doesn't look like there's a lot of speed and power behind his punches, but always when Ben Askren fights, he goes for that takedown. He tries to take his opponents down. And that's the same with that Robbie Lawler fight. He took Robbie Lawler down, put him in, I believe it was a darts choke or a bulldog choke. And it looked like he choked him out, but actually Robbie Lawler was not choked out. But just more on to Ben Askren's chin. Many people think that his chin is not going to show up well in this fight. But, I mean, he's only been knocked out once. And that's by Jorge Masvidal to a flying knee. And a flying knee, I know for a fact, has way more force than a punch from a YouTuber/actor. So I don't really think his chin's going to be too tested in this fight, as opposed to against like a Jorge Masvidal or a Robbie Lawler, where Robbie Lawler hurt him really early and slammed him on his head, and he still was able to continue and win that fight. But that flying knee is just not an excuse for Ben Askren having a bad chin, because anyone on this planet would have got knocked out by that flying knee. But this fight, many people think it's going to be close and competitive. And I'm not really too sure about that, because you got to remember, Jake Paul has had limited experience in combat sports. He's only fought just about 1.5 to 2 rounds as a pro. He fought like less than 3 minutes against Enes Gibb, and about 4 minutes against Nate Robinson. So how will he fare against someone who's had so much experience in Ben Askren? Although Ben Askren isn't really a puncher at all, he's more of a wrestler/judo guy, then how is Jake Paul going to react if he gets hit by Ben Askren? Because Ben Askren has been training, and his striking is getting better, admittedly, just based off of his most recent training post of him hitting the bag. I personally think Jake Paul does not have that fighter's mentality, which will be a huge impact, because how will he do under pressure? Let's just say Ben Askren comes forward, goes into the clinch, and shoots him to the body with some uppercuts and uppercuts to the head. How will he react? And I don't think he's going to react well. Therefore, I think Ben Askren is going to outpoint and outclass Jake Paul and win via decision. I'm not really too sure how the point system will be, if it's going to be unanimous, majority, or split, but overall, I think Ben Askren will shut down the YouTuber Jake Paul and get his first boxing victory via decision. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.